Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, it's me, Dr. Toomer, and this is Tuesday Talks with Dr. Toomer, and we'll be talking about Tuesday topics. So, today I'm going to talk about my biopsychosocial system. It's actually not mine. It's something I learned and was kind of drilled into me in medical school at Michigan State. And so first, actually, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Dr. Catherine Toomer. I'm a family medicine and community health physician who founded Health, Wellness, and Weight Loss Centers, a holistic biopsychosocial approach to health and wellness through weight loss, and then weight loss with targeted health and wellness measures for those who feel like they're at the end of their rope, feel overwhelmed, and just feel like nothing else has ever worked and are ready to give up. That's when they come to me and I help. And so, one of the things that I do is I evaluate everyone before creating a plan for them to get healthy and to lose weight in a way that is healthy. Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with a lot of the different plans and different diets and the different things that work temporarily, don't work for long, but then they throw off your metabolism. They make it so you can't sleep, you're hungry all the time, you're cranky all the time. And that just goes against the fundamental reason why we should be losing weight, particularly losing fat, is to be healthier. Not just to be thin or because, to be thin and unhappy doesn't make sense. So, what I use is a biopsychosocial approach. And what that means is that anything is done has to enhance you biologically, your health biologically, your health psychologically, and your health socially. And so if what you do makes you more tired and feel weak or hungry all the time, then you know it's not appropriate. If it makes you unhappy, it makes you depressed, it makes you feel sad, it makes you feel like a failure, if it makes you feel like you're not good enough or you don't have willpower, you're constantly criticizing yourself through the process. Again, it's not good. And then if it affects your family life, your friend interaction, your work life, because either you don't eat with coworkers and friends because you're on a process, or it starts causing conflict with you and your significant other because you're not cooking in the same way. It's a process. It won't continue. And so I think, and I often get asked, well, I do screening for depression, for anxiety, for attention deficit and ADHD. And a lot of times I get asked, well, why are you asking me these questions? Why are you asking me about sleep? Why are you asking me about, sadness and moods or feeling worthless or helpless? And the reason is because those are often the reason that your body reacts to food in the way that it does. It affects our body's relationship with food. It affects our relationship with food. And so it's really important then to know what those things are. And I mean, a perfect example, I have um, a client who gave me permission to talk about this. And one of the things that used to happen, she would start a weight loss program and then she would revamp everything, throw away stuff from inside the house, her husband's favorite foods and things that he liked. She'd stop cooking in the same way. He saw her cooking as an act of love. So when she stopped cooking, he immediately felt like he wasn't being shown the love that he was before. Of course, she didn't see it that way. He probably didn't even describe it that way. But it caused conflict every time she went on a diet. And so when she decided she was going to work with me, um, he immediately said, "Oh, please don't. Every time you go on a diet, it just disrupts our whole family. It causes problems, and I just wish you wouldn't do it." But she came to me anyway. And about a month in, he asked her, "So, when are you going to start this new diet, this new weight loss program that you were talking about?" And she was like, "Oh, I've been on it for a month." And when she told me that, I felt like that was more of a success than any weight she could have lost. Because what that meant is her process was not disrupting her family life. Her husband didn't feel encroached upon, which meant that whatever she was doing, he wasn't going to sabotage it either consciously or self consciously or subconsciously because he didn't like it. So he was completely unaware. And she was actually losing weight, and she was doing it in a way so that her home life wasn't disrupted. I actually had another um, patient who came to me and he said he couldn't figure out why he wasn't losing weight. He was exercising, he was eating properly. And when doing his screening, his depression scores were off the charts. And so one of the first thing I did was treat his depression because as long as his depression was high, his cortisol levels were going to stay high. His interaction with the world was going to be stressful, and stress causes fat production. And so what I did, I didn't put him on anything except a antidepressant, and that was it. And about a month two later, during steady weight loss, he says to me, I don't really feel like this antidepressant is really working. I don't think it's really doing anything. And his wife shouts from the background, yes, it is. And I thought, because he didn't feel it, because which is good. You don't want to actually feel your medication. You want to feel better, but you don't necessarily want to feel the medication or the side effects. But his interactions with his wife changed. And so because he wasn't as reactive to different situations, things didn't bother him as much. He also stopped stress eating as much because he was things weren't stressing him out. And so if those things aren't checked, no, there's no amount of weight loss medication, weight loss program, weight loss plan that can outperform depression or anxiety or saboteurs, because that's where the social part comes in. If what you do disrupts your family and friend life and your work life, someone's going to derail you just to get things back to normal. So when starting a health journey, when starting any journey, it is really, really important to think biopsychosocial. Is this going to make me physically healthier, biologically healthier? Is it going to enhance me psychologically? Will it make me happier? Will it make me less sad? Will it make me change the chatter in my head and what I say to and about myself? And then will it either enhance my friendships, my interaction with my friends, my interaction with family, my interaction with my job and the world around me, or will it hurt it? It should help. At the very least, it shouldn't cause it to get any worse. It shouldn't damage it in any way. It shouldn't cause problems. But in ideally, it will actually improve those things. So again, biopsychosocial, it's really important that whatever process, whatever program, whatever you do, no matter whether with me or with someone else, that you make sure that you're assessed, your health is assessed, your psychology is assessed, your social life is assessed, so that everything fits into your preferences and your patterns so that they don't get disrupted. The other is that it should enhance your health. It should enhance you biologically, it should enhance you psychologically, and it should enhance your social life and the way that you interact with the world. So, again, I'm Dr. Catherine Toomer. I'm a family medicine and community health physician who founded health, wellness, and weight loss centers. And find me here on Facebook or on my website, drtoomer.com. That's drtoomer.com. And ask me questions. Sign up for my programs, which I'll be opening soon. Or if you want one on one coaching, you can talk to me about that as well. I also do just plans. If people just want to figure out, where they need to start, and even if they want to take it back to your own doctor or back to someone else to follow through on the rest, that's okay too. As long as you get what you need, that's what's most important. So find me, ask me questions, sign up for one of my programs, and I'll see you soon. Bye.